If you want to know the best movies of all time,
you should definitely watch our picks for the best ones of the 1970s.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
Number 10. Monty Python and the Holy Grail, directed by Terry Gilliam and Terry Jones. This cult movie has not lost any of its incredible charm over the decades, to say at least. Originating in the masterful minds of the Monty Python comedy group, The Holy Grail follows King Arthur in a dark, middle-aged world, but frames it through the style of a modern murder investigation. On the hunt for the Holy Grail, nothing could be more absurd than this adventure.
Look, you stupid bastard, you've got no arms left. Yes, I have. Look! It's just a flesh wound. Look, stop that! Chicken! Chicken! Look, I'll have your leg. Right!
Number 9.
Didn't you ever hear of women's lib?
What do you mean, women's lib? You're sure a young girl. You should be at home now.
Taxi Driver tells the story of Travis Bickle, a lonely Vietnam War veteran who spends his night driving a taxi in New York City. Travis slowly descends into madness when he decides to murder the boss of Betsy, a girl he's in love with, and the pimp of an underage prostitute whom he befriends. Directed by Martin Scorsese, the film is regarded as one of the greatest psychological thrillers of all time.
Whatever it is, he should clean up this city here, because this city here is like an open sewer, you know? It's full of filth and scum. And sometimes I can hardly take it. Whatever becomes the president should just really clean it up.
Number 8.
You have to be cured.
It was horrible.
Of course it was horrible. Violence is a very horrible thing.
A Clockwork Orange is a 1971 dystopian crime film directed by Stanley Kubrick. As one of the most praised and influential independent art house movies comes another masterpiece from director Stanley Kubrick. It is the exploration of the human mind and its most primal desires, and what happens when we completely demolish them. Shocking, violent, and ultimately disturbing, A Clockwork Orange is a story of a lifetime.
It's no good sitting there in hope, my little brothers. I won't say a single solitary slogan unless I have my lawyer here. I know the law, you bastards.
Number 7. The Sting, directed by George Roy Hill. In the aftermath of a mutual friend's death, two con artists, Johnny Hooker and Henry Gondorf, team up to plan the most elaborate scam ever to bring down a racketeer. But the elaborate scam doesn't quite unfold the way it is planned, though. The movie won 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director for George Roy Hill.
Here's your wallet. You hired a dame to take it from you. Shaw's been planning to beat your game for months. He's just been waiting for you to cheat him so he could clip you.
Who do you think you're talking to, Aaron boy? Nobody sets me up.
Number 6.
Intercepted a transmission of unknown origin. She got us up to check it out.
A transmission? Out here?
Yeah.
Alien is a 1979 science fiction horror film directed by Ridley Scott. While there is not much that hasn't been said about this revolutionary monster movie, it is still remarkable how well it holds up till today. Through exceptional directing work and lots of movie love, director Ridley Scott has created a horror experience that will crawl down your spine and rip it apart from the inside. But in space, no one will hear you scream.
No!
Don't touch it! Don't touch it!
Number 5. Apocalypse Now, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. The war movie that formed war movies. Iconic, honest, breathtaking, and thrilling, while giving you an idea of how the Vietnam War destroyed human minds. It is a haunting ride into primal madness, following Captain Willard, who was ordered to find Colonel Kurtz, rumored to have set himself up in the middle of the jungle as a lethal godhead.
Could we, talk to Colonel Kurtz?
Hey, man, you don't talk to the colonel. Well, you listen to him. The man's enlarged my mind.
Number 4.
You've never heard of the Millennium Falcon?
Should I have?
It's a ship that made the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs.
Star Wars: A New Hope is a 1977 epic space opera film written and directed by George Lucas. Welcome to a galaxy far, far away. Princess Leia is taken hostage by the Galactic Empire in an effort to take over the galaxy. A simple farm boy, Luke Skywalker joins forces with a Jedi, a smuggler, and 2 droids to save the galaxy from the Empire's world-destroying Death Star. On their way, they try to save Princess Leia from the mysterious Darth Vader, and so begin a long journey to peace in the galaxy.
An elegant weapon for a more civilized age. For over 1,000 generations, the Jedi Knights were the guardians of peace and justice in the Old Republic.
Number 3.
We have a new game today, I think, don't we, Mac?
That's right, Jess, and we want a new vote on it, don't we?
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Directed by Milos Forman, the comedy drama follows the life of McMurphy, a repeat offender who gets into trouble with the law one more time and is sentenced to imprisonment by the court. To avoid jail, he pleads guilty and is instead transferred to a mental hospital for the criminally insane. Once there, he meets the oppressive nurse, Ratched, and starts a rebellion against her by rallying up mistreated patients.
All right, just wait a minute, will you? Just 1 minute?
You can bring the subject up again tomorrow.
All right, Chief. You're our last chance. What do you say, huh?
Number 2.
We're both part of the same hypocrisy. But never think it applies to my family.
This sequel to the legendary original is an American gangster and crime film directed by Francis Ford Coppola. It continues the enthralling story of the Corleone father and son. The movie shows the predicaments of Michael Corleone, played by Al Pacino, and young Vito Corleone, played by Robert De Niro, who attempts to expand his family's crime business. The Godfather Part 2 is viewed by many as the best sequel in cinematic history.
You can have my answer now if you like. My offer is this. Nothing. Not even the fee for the gaming license, which I would appreciate if you would put up personally.
Before we unveil movie number 1, here are a few honorable mentions.
What? There's no time to be shocked by the truth. The coroner's report proves that he had salt water in his lungs when he was killed. Just take my word for it, all right? Now, I want to know how it happened, and I want to know why, and I want to know before Escobar gets here, because I don't want to lose my license.
Guy comes up, offers me a fight. Big deal. Want to fight the fight? Yeah, I'll fight the big fight. I wouldn't want to fight that big fight. It was going to happen to me. I want to get that. I want to get that. And you want to be ringside and see it? Do you? You want to help me out?
Slow ahead. I can go slow ahead. Come on down and chum some of this shit.
Number 1.
You said you come into my house on the day my daughter's to be married and you asked me to do murder.
The Godfather is a 1972 crime film directed by Francis Ford Coppola. The story chronicles the family under the patriarch Vito Corleone, focusing on the transformation of the son, Michael Corleone, raised to have a life outside of crime, from reluctant family outsider to ruthless mafia boss. Discover the story of one of the biggest crime dynasties in cinema history, which received 3 Oscars, including Best Picture, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Actor for Marlon Brando.
Do you agree with our list? Please let us know in the comments. If you want to know more about a particular movie in this list, you can check out our links in the video description. And for more top 10 movie videos, be sure to subscribe to communiTV.